I set up a regimen, and I set up a routine. She has to have a highly structured routine, a daily highly structured routine. If not, then it's going to be a disaster. So a part of her routine is I have some prayers that I have her saying every day to make sure that we keep those types of entities away. Because when there is truth to this when you hear to say that the devil preys on the weak. And she's defenseless. She can't defend or protect herself. She doesn't understand a lot of different things. So I have to make sure that I do that for her. But speaking about a highly structured routine, I also have like a calendar and a list of activities for her. Like, if you do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I have to do that. If I don't do that, she doesn't think to do certain things on her own. So yeah. So, when you talk about the signs of bipolar, I mean, these are the things that, that I experience with her, every single day. She's better now because she's been stable now for about 1.5 years, but still, you think about some of those things I shared in the manic highs and the manic lows, the triggers, the psychosis. But many years ago, she didn't have psychosis. So I think, again, I'm not a doctor, but I believe that psychosis is a result of leaving the bipolar untreated, because you can have an extreme anger and irritability, but that doesn't always mean you're bipolar. That just means you might be having you could be having like a really bad day. You don't know what's happening what's going on with people every single day. I'm not making excuses for it. I'm just sharing that this is a reality. We don't know what people are dealing with every single day. So with that said, when I come across people, no matter where I am, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, I do my best to share. You share a smile. You say something nice to a person. I've had many people come to me and tell me that, they'll say, well, you know what, I was having a bad day that day, but you came to me or whatever, and we talked, and they will tell me, you have no idea how that made me feel that day. So my point is, in a good way, all I'm sharing here is that, just because a person has displays anger or irritability, that does not automatically mean that that's bipolar. So what I'm sharing is a lot of these signs and symptoms of bipolar is easily to overlook them, because you can easily overlook it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to close that segment, and I'm going to say that about bipolar, and I'm going to share this and say, if anyone is living with bipolar disorder, or if you think someone is experiencing some of the things that I've shared here today, I would definitely encourage you to, either take what do you call it, like a bipolar test. They offer tests that they have online that you can take, or maybe go talk to a therapist, or maybe go talk to your doctor, or go talk to a confidant, talk to someone that you trust, that you feel comfortable with communicating and sharing, that you may think that there may be a challenge or something that you're dealing with. And I think that's a lot of what we see today. And what I mean by that is, you would hear that a person has either committed suicide, and it's not until after they've committed suicide that you find out that they were struggling and or living with bipolar disorder. But by that time, it's too late. The person has already committed suicide. So what can you do at that point? You can't do anything at all at that point if a person has committed suicide. So or a lot of times what we see today is, once that happens, a person will always talk about, oh, well, if you know someone that's going to commit, did you think is going to commit suicide, get some help. Well, the challenge is people don't know how to get help. Either they don't know how to get help, they don't know where to go, or they feel ashamed. And or they don't know what they're dealing with themselves, or how can they go and get the help that they don't know that they need. I mean, using Ashley as an example, it was a challenge to get her to get some help. I mean, that was not easy. So I'm going to say, get some help. That's what I'm going to say. So